Tonight, new details in a Target 12 investigation into questionable workers' compensation cases. These photos, part of a criminal case against one worker who claimed she was too hurt to work, but undercover video showed otherwise. At 6 o'clock, we told you about one case where the state canceled someone's workers' compensation benefits after video of the worker on a slip and slide raised questions about the claim.
New tonight, we look at how many cases are charged criminally. Target 12 investigator Tim White has the details.
Of the nearly 20,000 workers' comp claims filed every year in this state, only a couple of dozen are looked at for possible fraud. And of those, just a handful are charged criminally. As Target 12 first revealed, this video raised questions about one state worker's claim that she was too hurt to work. It led to the state suspending her injured on the job benefits. By law, any allegation of workers' comp abuse is sent to the Department of Labor and Training to be investigated. In this case, a DLT spokesperson said while the video, quote, showed a lack of judgment by the state worker, there wasn't enough evidence to pursue criminal charges. That wasn't the case here. These pictures are from undercover video used in a different case that did lead to a criminal charge. An insurance company hired a private eye to follow around Elizabeth Adams. She was collecting workers' comp benefits after claiming she was hurt on the job as a roofer. Prosecutors say this photo shows her going into workers' comp court on crutches, but that same day, she walks into her corner store crutch-free. Later, she is seen hanging over the railing of her home, painting.
Our job is to make sure that the system works for everybody, and a big piece of that is accountability, is making sure that we do not tolerate fraud and abuse.
Department of Labor and Training spokesperson Mike Healy says 2 years ago, the DLT funded a prosecutor's position to handle fraud cases directly with the Attorney General's office. Since 2013, 67 cases have been referred to the DLT for possible fraud. Only 10 of those were sent to the Attorney General's office for prosecution. I think some people might be surprised to hear it's that few. Why is that?
Well, I think the basic reason is that the burden of proof in a fraud case is very high.
In other words, he says these cases need overwhelming evidence to prove wrongdoing. The Elizabeth Adams case, for instance, took hiring someone to go undercover. Adams eventually pleaded no contest to one count of obtaining money under false pretense. The charge can come with a 5-year prison sentence.
You know, most often these cases end up as restitution cases. They're not jail cases per se. You know, it's a serious penalty. Ultimately, 5 years.
We reached out to Adams' lawyer, who declined to comment. Now, she was sentenced to 2 years of home confinement in order to pay $12,000 in restitution. That includes the cost of the private eye who tailed her. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, Eyewitness News.